Right then, it's very cold. This is another Touareg video, but just before I talk about that, we're taking all this stuff out of it. So that's all the off-roading gear. Took the waffle boards off the roof because a bit silly really. Looks like the snow's going to come this week now. I went out in it yesterday and didn't really do anything too crazy, just a bit of off-roading with the family. But now we've got these tyres on, which will be no good if it does snow. But I'd already arranged a bit back to take this to Torque Performance and get the rock sliders sorted, because as you can see, it'll not be long before the sills are completely flat. I think this one's worse, but don't look at it from here, but quite a flat spot in it there. Well, all the way down really. It's absolutely battered anyway, so we don't want to keep killing the sills. So I'm going to head over there, I'll tow it with a hammer hook. I'll head over there, get it dropped off, sort out what they're doing, and then hopefully I get it back before Christmas, because we're wanting to do some off-roading just after Christmas, between Christmas and the New Year. I've got a bit of stuff I want to do first, so we shall see. That is not good. M62's terrible. Pot of gold. Thank God for that. Economy's not been very good. 15.8. But we're here now. We're here. Need to get gate up and. This is service you get at Torque Performance. He's following me around like a little PA. But the only thing that a few people said, I've been like, we're going to go up settle a few days ago, and he says, don't go up on your sen, because some of the gates are that narrow. You'll need somebody to be watching you through, so I don't want to go in it. I don't want to be like jump for a kick on them at back or out like that, because I think just if we know wider than if we know wider than that, so to speak, or maybe wheels.
I mean, it might just finish them off, but you see, if you can't have them, you're not that bothered. It's mainly the protection the off, isn't it? Yeah.
Because the thing is, like you're going over stuff really that the car will pull you along, but you don't want to sit still on it and drag it along. You don't mind if you sit a bit of box section on and drive it along, or a bit of tube.
And we've got to protect these canisters up here, and then we've got this your intercooler pipes, yeah?
Yeah, whatever you think with them. Obviously, that's why I put it on jobs list arch liners, because I thought if you're trying to work to these, it might be more than a ball ache, then just get a piece of plastic and then just put a bit of...
We decided like making like a bit of a box, didn't we? Just have it so it screws onto them.
Yeah, like I've been nowhere near them, but at some point a rock's going to end up getting caught between that and tyre. I'm full locking it and just push it off.
Yeah.
So, whatever you think.
So what's this about the perspex window, John, about these here?
What I thought is, it's not a dead cert yet, but just inside it, because this is one of them, I didn't know if like just get a piece here, just in case something ever come through here, it's not going to go straight through. And
what about a dog guard?
Yeah. So I don't know if you can buy them. You might be able to just buy them.
I think a dog guard might be better than that.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You're just really saying about perspex, but you were on about people getting to make the windows out of perspex, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it's looking at that though.
It's a formed one, that.
It'd be hard work to get that to do it. Yeah.
And then with bottom arms.
Yeah, well they did them on D4s now, front don't they?
Yeah, because they're two separate arms.
Yeah.
They're two separate arms and they're quite thin. I think that's why, you know, to like sort of
right, okay.
Make sure something don't get wedged in between them and bend.
Well, they're not a big job, like, are they really? Because you'd almost like drill and tap into the side of them, whatever.
Like when that suspension broke, it were a big help that we got then on, it was banging
sliding
over everything. Yeah. It will literally dragging.
Well, like I was saying to you, you're talking about putting holes and everything in. They're bad because all they do is end up a plough, so it all just fills at the top of it. Yeah. But your concern is the suction when you get into mud.
Yeah, which, like I say, I ain't been in all. It hasn't been wet enough to be anywhere that I'm like.
Put some holes in by all means. I'm not bothered.
I think I've already cut some in. I think one. I didn't do it. One of the lads did it with plasma. I think.
Right.
So it might.
Fuel pipe there. Boom.
Yeah. No, we took them off to do it. Right. We are stupid, but we're not that stupid. But yeah, and just like I said, that exhaust one, just because it's pretty flat underneath that there in places.
Well, it is now.
Yeah, it didn't used to be. But I've got it was on the jobs list to put like a receiver hitch in here. But I got all this stuff and I bent the tubes up and I just thought that's one less job I ought to do. I can get that back and do it whenever, really. I'm going to take all this bumper off and put it on the other one.
Right.
But these are crap. When you're doing a funny angle recovery with them, you end up bending.
They're only for straight pulls.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we'll end up welding something. Might be worth, if you've got something that'll go onto that, then I can weld on or whatever. I'll get a pair of them off you or something, or maybe a big one. Just for, this is going on my brother's. So
Yeah.
just weld something. We'll just grind it and weld.
Yeah, you want like the NAS Hitch on back, don't you, for recovering?
Yeah, I've got
receiving it with
that's what I've got.
with
One
a
of
hook
them
on it.
factor 55 aluminium dongers to go on it. They're like rated like 20 tons.
Yeah, but handy thing with them as well is you can put a receiver thing on a tray with a winch on it.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
can just carry a winch and slot it into the back.
Well, that's what we made them for the front and the back, you're saying. They just have a tray that they lift off and it has a winch on it, and
Right.
Anderson connector connected when you use it.
I might get everybody else set up with that, and one of them can carry it round in the boot, and they can have put a receiver on front and back.
You can buy them. They're not that dear, but
not.
you know, even if you've got like 9,500 in it and just put it in, and like, so you get the Anderson connector, you got a 16mm pin goes in.
Yeah.
And that
Well,
way
I'm going to
you're
put an
not-
Anderson in boot on this anyway.
And
Cause
a lot of them don't want them. You know, some people don't want the winch in the front themselves. People are going to nick them and all that.
somebody who's determined to unbolt a winch can have it, can't they?
exactly. Yeah.
You can't even get to that. Oh, that's the other thing I never written on that list. That tray fills up with crap and it just stays there. I know if it just wants a couple of holes punching in, but I thought, let you
I thought
decide
there
when.
was something left the corners and out.
The corners, but they fill, as soon as they've got a bit of mud in them, it doesn't get out. I pulled in the other day and braked and it just filled workshop full of water. And like, thank you. Then we squeezed it. When it was snowed that day, it snowed and it was just absolutely everywhere. So is this one you built previous and he's added extras on, or?
No, it's just another Jack import. It's another one done, but there's different styles to them. So this is what's like classed as a wheel over. So you've got the other ones come more like the Bedford Rascal.
Right.
It's just another version, but it's the same. But the beauty of them is the four-wheel drive with diff lock will go anywhere. Brilliant.
Just centre or centre?
I can tell you. I don't know if it locks them off or not.
Right.
But it just wants a bit more protection on it, so just for more of a selling point.
Yeah.
But a brilliant farmyard truck, you see. They'll go anywhere.
Yeah.
You've got a half a ton rate on them, big back on it as standard. Japanese import, they're like brand new underneath.
Yeah. We're half an hour away. I'm going to pick up my Touareg, do a little bit of laning, but not much because Craig in control of his children. Quite foggy. Can't see what's going on here really well. Craig's finally able to fuel it up after the first journey, 22, not bad. What are you eating? What is it?
Half a sausage roll.
Half a sausage roll. So, what we're going to do today, where are we on our way to?
Offloading.
Yeah, but what are we doing first?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
Picking drag up.
Right, then stop saying you don't know.
I'm not making this into a fun video, are you?
Oh yeah.
We're here.
Defender jacking points there as well.
Yeah. I sent you a video, I didn't know when they were realigning those.
Yeah. They're pulling out sills there.
So it just looks almost standard, but they're the 3mm them.
Sill there.
Yeah.
And then that hooks on, and then because it was so thin, I made another one and welded it all up together.
Yeah. Not going to damage them, are we?
No, we've had to straighten them out because there was nothing to go to. They were either out or they were in. We had to spend the time to get them out.
Yeah.
That's a bit like the horse's bolted job, but
Yeah,
Nice, ain't it?
definitely.
but they're all. So you got your jacking points in there, but they go underneath there. So that's still there. They turn out rubberisation. So there's a fold on there.
Yeah.
And then they've like plug welded it all the way along.
Yeah. So it's going to
So if you bend that, your car's going to bend in half.
Yeah. Nice. So look at these.
And the beauty of it is it's also supported. And I mean, our Ashley, I've told him he'll be on his way now. There's some drain holes at the side. If you want to go overboard, is to take the plug out and fill it with foam.
Right.
And then it makes it completely dense. We used to do them when we had the Lancia Stratus replicas.
Right.
We submit the pontoons and fill them up with foam.
Ah, so you got them
Yeah.
little things on there.
They'll work, won't they?
Yeah, that's good. That better than what we could have done.
Well, we've tried to lead them in and that, so if there's any catching, they're going to glance off it as much as we could.
Nice one.
I mean, both sides are different. We've welded bars and that, so we can drill and tap them into it. So
Yeah.
You had a bit of mesh on here now, right?
I know we're going to do it, weren't we? But we had time. We'll sort it
Just
another
the
time.
mesh that came out, it's just get them off eBay, and it's the Audi front grille.
That's
The
how.
odd stupid. Rev limiter, good lad.
Straight to limiter.
I'm not shaking that.
We're shaking about a bit, aren't we? We have to put it to comfort. Let me just have a look here.
Oh, yes. Which way are we going down?
Thank you, Craig. Merry Christmas. See you in a bit. So, got back from Talk Performance at the weekend. Ended up going to a really nice American diner, Billy Bob's. Look it up at Skipton. Yeah, did a couple of little lanes, but nothing too crazy because Craig had to be back and I didn't fancy getting stuck out there on my own. But I didn't really look at what we'd done very much because I was trying to stop George, trying to kill his sin. But yeah, so the sills have all been plated up. And then we've had these put in so I can put the eye lift jack on, which Danny will put a video up of what an eye lift jack looks like when it's getting used because I can't be bothered to get it off top yet.
The tire is off the ground, it's unloaded, and slowly lower it back up. And there it goes.
So we'll put a picture in, we've got some under trays underneath. I've got some good videos of them making them, you've already seen them. And then we've got the boost pipe covers here, so that's going to stop them getting battered as well. I would have liked to get some proper tree sliders on there, something that'll stop me being able to smash all sides in again, but they'll stop the sills getting damaged, so we can, we've got something nice and strong to fix tonight if we're going to put some tree sliders on, but again, didn't really have time to get that sorted. So I'm going to get this cleaned, I'm going to get it into the fab shop for some other work. So the other job, as you can see at the minute, I've got this rear nudge bar that we made, but we've still got the factory towing points on which I get Danny to insert a little bit of the V6 one. If you're doing an angled tow or recovery or whatever, you do bend them quite easily, and I don't fancy one of them breaking off and coming through the window. So what I'm going to do, depending how it all works out, but pretty much this is going to go onto the V6 one, this rear bar, because the tow bar still works on this, whereas the V6 one, the tow bar doesn't work, and I'm not bothered about using this tow bar. So we'll have a look what we're going to replace it with and see if it makes any sense. I went to Slide Motorsport and I bent these up, which they're a bit dusty. It would have probably a week ago I did them, but these will fit perfectly as a bumper once we've chopped it, welded it together. I would have liked to have done it in one piece, but if you look at what we're going to do, makes no difference really. So that's the original tow bar that I'm going to give back to Scott. Not really ideal for us because it's too high. But then we've got this one. So this, it says Ford on it, which this is a factory Ford Ranger Raptor tow bar, because they've got the receiver hitch type tow bar and a big drop plate like this on, which obviously for when you're using a car off-road, because the car's jacked up, big tyres, all that sort of stuff, the tow bar's probably 6 inches too high, maybe even more, which all the tow bars that you can get for Touaregs are either like the factory one, or it'd be bolted on and the tow bar would be there all the time, you'd just be dragging it all the time off-road. So I wanted to use one of these so we get a nice drop on it, pretty strong, and it means you can use one of these as well. So this will be absolutely perfect for towing, factor 55, aluminium, really, really nice. And then this piece, it's a bit of a mix mash, so I'm sorry if I'm rattling through it, but this is a Westphalia, this is a genuine Volkswagen part. This is from an Amarok, so literally you can bolt this piece in place of your normal tow bar on your Amarok, then you can use one of them, but I'm not sure if that'd be strong enough, because the angle that it's pulling at, but that's, forget about Amaroks. I'm going to weld this piece in the middle of this bar. I think it's going to end up with this sticking out a little bit more than I'd want to, but we're probably going to go sort of into the middle here somewhere and then weld this on. So then I can do my towing with this, which will be good, especially when the snow hits. And then if I want to use it for towing a trailer, I can put that on and away we go. And it's literally just pull the pin out and away you go. So that should work out pretty good. I've got a length for a 60mm box section, I think it's 4mm wall or 5mm wall, whatever it is, which should work as a receiver hitch, because the other cars are going to get something a little bit, not too special, nothing too out of ordinary, but it's going to be pretty handy for us and as off-road exploit. So we'll get this sorted. I'll get Mike to get it in and get it done, swap it onto the V6, and then Scott's got his nice bumper all sorted. And hopefully, yeah, because I'm probably going to be the one doing the most towing, because Scott's going to be out next on the all-terrain tyres, and Craig's going to be there in his V10 that's not got a rear diff lock. So we shall see, and yeah, we'll leave him to it. So, you are? No, I'm filming now, you cod's head. So, we've, it was rude. trying to distract me. So, Matt's got it sorted. A little bit of head scratching and faffing about, and to be fair, it's took a little bit of a while, but this sort of stuff can run away with its then. Because we're trying to make this around what we'd already done. But we've made this now, so if we damage one of these corners, we can just pull it off, make a new one, and put it back on. It's not actually linked into this. So we've got a nice back to 55 hitch link in there. That's going to go nowhere. Be perfect for towing, getting things out, get quite a decent rating on that. So take that out when we want to, and then if I want to go do my towing, stick that in there. If it'll go in. There we go. So we drop it down and see how high we are on this thing here. This is it on the ground, sat at the normal ride height that you'd be driving at. If we're going to be towing anything, the tow ball should be about 350 to 420 to the centre. As you can see, we're probably nearer to 450 at that, which is a little bit higher than we want it to be. Obviously this has got self-levelling as well, so if you do put quite a bit of nose weight on, it's going to sink it down. I have seen some people with the Ford Rangers when they've jacked them up, they've even put a drop plate on this, but I think no, I'm happy with that as it is. So yeah, I think I'm hoping we don't have to use this tow bar, because what's that beeping? It's not us. That means that something's gone wrong and we'll tow somebody out. We're taking a trailer with us at the weekend anyway, so this is going to be straight away going to be getting used, at least empty. I'm hoping it doesn't actually have something on the way back, so we shall see.